Hello, welcome to my live. Zawadi is there. Sabit anguka. Hello. Hello. What's better? What's better? Uh, let's start by a word of prayer. Our Father, art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from evil spirits. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you so much, my Father, for this day. Thank you so much, my God, for this wonderful blessing. We glorify your name. We lift you up, my Father. Cover us with the blood of your Son, Jesus Christ. Cover my viewers, whatever they are. Cover their families, God. Guide and protect them. Provide for them. O God, Jesus, Son of the Most High God, be with us and ask the Holy Spirit to guide and protect us. Through this life, through this journey, through this life, be with us. In the mighty name of King Jesus, your Holy Son, I do pray and believe. Amen. So, guys, we will start by looking at dry mouth. We will start by looking at dry mouth. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think that is fine. I think that is fine. We should start by looking at dry mouth. a disorder that is becoming more common and which predisposes to dental cavities and periodontitis. It is said that a dry mouth is the condition of not having enough saliva to keep the mouth wet. Morning. As well as predisposes to dental cavities and oral infections, especially gingivitis and periodontitis. Why saliva is important? In addition to providing moisture for the mouth, saliva has many functions. When not enough saliva is produced, the risk of several oral diseases increase. Yeah. It keeps the mouth moist and lubricates to make chewing and swallowing easier. It starts the digestion process of foods, especially those rich in carbohydrates, thanks to the enzyme ptyalin. It protects the teeth, creating a protective film around them. It prevents many oral infections, thanks to the antibodies and anti-infective proteins it contains. It helps maintain the necessary balance among the various microorganisms normally living in the oral cavity. Like bacteria, fungi, and viruses, preventing their overgrowth. The causes of dry mouth: disease such as Sjogren's syndrome, that's dry mouth, dry eyes, and arthritis, affecting mainly women, Parkinson's, uncontrolled diabetes, or AIDS. Medication: there are over 400 types of medication. Kuja tu. Ameenda kufanya photocopy. Eh, ilikuwa line ya Safaricom. Sasa unataka kwenda na line yake na yeye. Oh. Line ndio iko hapa, lakini yeye mwenyewe ameenda hapo kwenye pako kwenye nini, yeye anaweza kubali, yeye ana shida ameenda kufanya photocopy ya birth cert ya Lelete na anakuja sasa mimi ndo nampelekea shule, ndio nampelekea Lelete shule hapa. Sasa yeye anakuja tu saa hii, hata alienda kitambo hapo almost. Akikuja ndio ndio iko hapa. Ungekuwa unafanya bila yeye ningekutolea tu.
Hakuna simu huko?
Hakuna kitu iko job. Si ID iko tu hapo.
Sasa nifanye kungoja.
Ni ya watu. Hiyo account ni ya watu.
Watu waje.
Ni account ya Safaricom ama ni ya watu?
Si yetu ya Safaricom, ya ile simu ile moja ya Safaricom. Lazima ikuwe na line ndani, lazima itumie. Sasa lazima iregistiwe hadi na ID ndio hata fraud ikifanyika na kutrace mpaka kwenye. Sasa accounts mingi zilinyongwa jana, hata jana sikufanya kazi. Nilikuwa tu kujaribu kulog in. Sasa ni hivyo. Sasa leo ndo nafanya onboarding na hiyo ikipita. Sasa utakaa.
Ama tuende sanki. Tuende sanki ngaje? Sina kuingiza sanki. Tutembea ama unataka kutembea? Ni mzuri, kuna option. So usiwe na wasiwasi.
Option gani?
Sina kuingiza tu. Kuingiza ni rahisi, unaanza wiki moja unaanza kuuza simu. Wiki ya kwanza unauza boom, ya pili simu, ya tatu TV. Si mbaya. Watu wengi wanakula smart. Mimi hata sasa niko hapa na niko nangojea do Monday.
Au sasa mkifanya holding?
Sasa nishauza zangu. Naweza fanya mpaka masaa 5 tena nikitoka niende niuze kwa moja mbili. Ndio inakuja Monday. Monday mimi nakula zangu.
Sasa kuna basic pia. Kuna basic pia.
Hakuna.
Ndio tuko.
Si muuza.
Yaani ndima hakuna.
End month unapigiwa hesabu kwa wenye wamelipa, kuna 10% ya kila mtu mwenye amelipa unaekewa.
Sasa inalingana vile
ukiuza vizuri pia hiyo 10% kwa kila mteja. Full work ni same. Na si mbaya. Wewe kama kwanza huko hivyo Dominion kuna watu wengi, lakini sasa mimi wanga tunachoka kwenda huko. Kuna mabanda wengi watakanga hizo mataa ndogo ndogo. Wengi sana. Si wanga nauza, hata juzi simetoka kuuza huko.
Ulikuwa umeenda nyumbani?
Naenda kuuza. Nikisema tu nimeshuta nimekosa sasa the whole week na tutamka huko. Mabanda wako sana. Juu wao wanakujanga wanaenda, kuja wanabadilishana.
Sasa ni wengine.
Wengine wanajua nataka mataa huko hakuna steam. Basi sasa as long as unaweza kutembea kwa mavile, unajua watu wengi wanagoyo dala. Unaelewa? Watu wengi wanagoyo dala, hawana manene, hawana mataa. Unaona? Sasa they will always need something. So wanataka hizo mataa nini. So by the YouTube nimefikisha 3000 subscribers. So niko kwa
Na mbona ulikuwa na give up hiyo unajua?
Nimefikia not 3000 subscribers, nimefikia 3000 hours. Sinaanga 1000 subscribers na 3000 hours ndio monetize.
Sasa nini imebaki?
Sasa imebaki sasa kumonetizewa. Sasa hata kama umefikisha lazima YouTube yenyewe ikutumie. Simu yangu moja imezima. Lazima YouTube yenyewe ikutumie hiyo monetization, ndio monetize. Si mpaka wao wenyewe wakutumie. Sasa nimefikisha hiyo 1000 subscribers, nimefikisha 3000 hours. Sasa nangoja wanifungulie hiyo monetization. Wakishanifungulia basi sasa nianze sasa kuifanya full time. Unaona? Kazi. But mimi naifadhalisha kuliko TikTok. Kudanga TikTok nilienda juzi, nenda live juzi. Yaani, unajua nilikuwa naenda kitambo ikianza. Kitambo ilikuwa afadhali. Kitambo ilikuwa afadhali, but saa hii iko congested sana. Iko congested sana. Sana. Unaona? So, iko congested sana. Alafu unapata yaani tu ni feel tu ingine tofauti. Ni kama utoke hapa hivi na uende Afghanistan. Yaani tu ni kama utoke Kenya vile kuna amani hapa, uende Afghanistan. Hata hujui kuanzia wapi.
Umepita huko unaangalia nini tunashangaa.
Unashangaa tu, unasikia mabomu. Sawa. Wacha akuje, si uko? Wacha akuje muongee naye. Na account na mimi account yangu hawezi jua ni dem, si ndio?
Inaweza pia. Wacha uko na line nyingine.
Si niko na line nyingine I think. Iko wapi? Ya Safaricom, si ndio? Imemaliza 6 months. So lazima mimi pia niende huko. Unaenda kwa ofisi ama unanifanyia? Hapo Shell. Sasa ndo nimeanza live niko kwa 40 minutes. Na nikaenda kwenda 3 hours. Hii ni live. That's live ni anything. Kwani live mtu anafanyanga nini? Si live, si hata unaweza enda live kama unapika, unaweza enda live kama unaosha ama nguo. Unaweza enda live kama unasoma, una nini. Live is and like unaonyeshana tu what you can do, how you live, how you talk. Yaani una interact na nini wako na subscribers wako. Wanakujua. Ule mwenye anaanza subscribe, new subscriber na subscribe, mwenye like hivyo. Na TikTok bado hawaendingi live.
Hata niko na hiyo time.
Usiku. Niliona Cynthia ameenda. Ameenda. Nilimuona ameenda anang'ang'ana. Anakaa mmoja tuone. Anakaa mtu saa hii tu. Hauna namba, hautawezi mpata.
Nini simu ndio sijui kama ameenda nayo ama.
Ameenda nayo lakini sidhani kama utampata.
Amedunga.
Sidhani kama utampata. 08 jaribu. Ameenda nayo. Nakwambia.
Hapa chini hiki ilikuwa imesimama na hiki ilikuwa inafunika kidogo. Basi chini hapa chini.
Nini wote wamevaa masweta? Okay guys, let's continue. Advice for a dry mouth. Follow meticulous dental hygiene. Brushing after every meal. Avoiding sugary products and using oral rinse with fluoride. Avoid tobacco, coffee, and alcohol beverages because nicotine as well as coffee and alcohol reduce saliva production and dry the mouth. Sip small amounts of water or non-sugary liquids often. Chew sugar-free gum. Suck on hard, sugar-free candies with essence of lemon, cinnamon, or mint. Suck on hard, sugar-free candies with essence of lemon, cinnamon, or mint. Lemons, oranges, and other citrus fruits are highly recommended because they stimulate saliva production. Use a room humidifier in the bedroom, especially at night. When having dry foods such as bread, dip them in water first or sip water while chewing. Reduce the dose. Avoid or replace medications that cause dry mouth as a side effect. Consult with a doctor or dentist about using the medication. Pilocarpine. Niteko auntie by the way. Niteko auntie. Baada kako. Nimekuachia hiyo kiti yangu ya kifalme. By the way, mpaka nakaa kama nimeingia kwa shimo. Ni kama nimeingia kwa shimo hapo, mpaka tu nashangaa kwani mtu amekuwa tena mfupi.
Hapo sasa unadhani?
Kichwa tu inaonekana ni kama niko kwa shimo. Je, sasa uko poa? Sasa sukam thinking. By then nafikiria sukam. Uko hivyo wanga mnalipa how much per day? Ukijisajili mo unalipa mo. Sasa unza make how much per day?
Per day. That is 10
minimum. Then unza make per day ni 500. Si basi iko poa sana ama niache something tukuje huko.
Unaweza kuja. Ndio tu sasa shida ni saa nyingine mnaenda pia kama jana kama. Ndio unaweza fanya kwa hiyo niseme one line. Nikirejista line hiyo.
Sasa ni unakosa kabisa.
Nikikosa kabisa ni 5 ama 6. Basi je fanya 6.
Au mnaenda na gari kwa
Kama ni mbaya sana mnaenda.
So mnaenda na gari? Muna mpaka Busia?
Hata Luanda huku Maseno.
Kwani hakuna masafari kwa huko?
Wako, but hao usipia unakuja Sia. Sini sense, ni route. So ni route ile mnasema leo tumeongea mekwekea fuel kwende mbali kidogo. Change yani places tushazoea within huko. So tunaenda new place. In the new place tunaona wengine 12, wengine hata 18, hata 21. Na kama ni joto ni wanza
tena kesho.
Tena kesho. Hivyo.
Yes, basi iko poa.
Sasa
kumaanisha wewe hawezi
unafanya hivi tena. Mseme hata Edman wanazisema kunakuwa kusema kuna 200 likes. Unapiga times 5
basi hiyo
hizi ma 50 wanakusanyia na kupea kama yeye na every unatumia tu direct kwa Safaricom. Unapata tu registration incentive unapata. Kama unafanya 60 lines unapeleka from Monday to Saturday. Hata sasa unataka kuingia ni sawa. But from Monday wanalipa 7 days every.
basi hawezi survive something. Yeah, hawezi survive something. Something on the survive. Lakini watu wameharibu. Watu waliharibu something. tulikuwa na survive sana Sunking na simu. Because ukiuza simu moja ni 2500.
Simu. Unalipwa. Kwani depo anatoa
depo simu 3000 tu. Sunking hata uuze simu expensive aje. Pesa ni the same. Au lipia timo walipa tu 2500. Hata uuze simu kadogo, bora umeuza simu 2500. Hata mimi wiki nimeuza simu moja na boom moja. So na expect around 3000 because boom ni 300, simu ni 2500. Alafu sasa hizo zenye watu wanalipa kuna 10% inafaa nilipe every tangu nianze kuuza sell. Kuna hiyo percent inafaa sana nilipe. Niuze nisiuze.
bora tu
Yaani niuze nisiuze saa hiyo kulingana na hiyo amount nimeuza, lazima nipate at least 1000. At least 1000 napata weekly. So I will survive huku because boom ni 300.
Kwa hiyo 300 mimi napata ngapi?
Ukiuza 300, ukiuza boom unapata 300. So ukiuza boom 3 ni 900. So lazima uuze boom kama 10 ndio upate 3000. Na wewe unauza sijui line ngapi? Unapata 3000. So unasa Sunking inaweza kuchoka.
Yaani kushangaa alafu hii sasa unajua hiyo simu kama saa hii. Yana sikuwa kupata. Dada huko. Sasa kitu haijawahi fanyika. Sasa unajua sasa hivi tunafanya kazi na huko. Umeshindwa nini inafanyika kama wanasanya watupia kazi. Sasa kama ulikuwa na 3000 na wengine sasa hivi 7000 na kama anagoja 7. Sasa leo unajua kwa watu wanaanza hivi batape. Yeye bakao.
Okay, sawa kama kato. Ama ni mzito kato. Ukafaa. Katuone. Unaona TV. Unaona TV huko. Unaona TV. Nikupe moja. Mbona ucheze gani? Umeshika. Hii ni mbaya, itachoma wewe. Itachoma wewe. Inajigaiana. Sasa Sunking lafu ni rahisi.
Ni rahisi mbegi bado.
Mtu anaona 50 boba amekupea umemregister. Alafu lines zinapotea. Free. Na hiyo tayari ushaunda 50 bob. Then hata mimi niko na option ya kukuja huko. Hata mimi niko na option ya ku
Sasa mimi nyumba zile vitu nimebaya. Si nini ukosa kupata like 3000 hiyo. Unajua unaweza tumia kakao ile nyingine inatafuta sasa tuko kwa chama ya kakao kwa
hiyo. Basi inalipa, basi Sunking itakuchoka. Sunking inakuchoka. Sunking kwanza.
Minimum yenye tumepewa target na hiyo kuna kitani. Kama mimi 8 nikifanya maybe ni baba within na narudi mapema saa 10 sikutaka kuenda yani sikutaka mapema ni. So nikitoka kama saa hii saa 3 nikitoka niende president hospital.
Na leo unapenda free.
Na ni free na napenda na credit. So nani akataka?
Basi mko poa sana. By the way hawezi manage Sunking. Hawezi Sunking.
Zingine kama replacement. Replace lens ni so. Hiyo ndio ni yangu. Hiyo tumeirudisha. Swap space tunapewa. So ukipoteza line bila replace ukiwa na nacho ni pia ndio. Unapata wa 5 kwa replace kuna places tunaenda hata line za wakwangi nazo. Replace tu. Replace tu. Unaweza hata na wanda wa replace tu.
Hiyo hani yako.
Hiyo ni yako. Hata unaweza wagonga na line ya replace na kitu kingine kwa duka ni 200 naomba kutoka 200 wanafanya wanakubali. Places tunaenda.
Uko mbalimbali uko hivyo maushago ushago.
Mtu anatoa tena asikie tena line na mplese tena na bei nyingine. Haya mwingine akisikia kusema hata ni familia iko
wote.
Ni take lines so alikuwa vizuri ile. Kama kuna hali kuna
na kwa nini wamewafungia by the way account?
Sasa wanafunga juu ni sasa unajua mtu ana ID hakuna kutoka kutoka kubali ama sio. Sasa zingine kuna kauka unasema ni pay tu hiyo. Kumbe wanakumark tu pole pole. Wanakumark. Ndio tulimaliza tukapatikana. Sasa sisi hata nikosa yenye tumefanya tena sisi. Hata inakuwa ni ya 3 months time.
Unataka nini baba? Hiyo. Ndio chukua hiyo.
Unaambia kisha mtu credit. Pengine ape mtu ama yeye afanyie fraud. Sasa ile mobile register ndio wanafuata. Wananyonga hiyo mobile kama sabini. Sasa ndio maana wanafunga account yako. Uende ukuje. Hiyo line tu hata uende tu uende wapi hiyo line tu. Wanaifollow huko kwa system wanaangalia hiyo serial register hiyo serial. Inakutoa hata kama
na si basi utanene usipoendelea si utaumia sana.
Sasa kuna kitu nimefanya. Sisi kika ina atatingi kazi baada ya sasa mimi kuingia TikTok ni kwa jana wewe. Kuingia ndio akaunti yangu mwenyewe sikufanya kazi. Sasa nimeongea.
So leo pia wanaweza kuacha pia. Juu wale wanatokanga asubuhi.
So sitani sahihi tunapanga extra.
Na amechelewa, umejaribu kumpigia?
Inaingia lakini
yeye inamaanisha amepitia kwa ofisi ama nini? Hebu mpigie tena. Ningempigia na yeye yangu. Lakini sasa niko siwezi kata nani. Undaka hiyo. Hii iko mbali utafikia kweli? Sema sasa. Sema sasa. Sema sasa. 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 Hiyo. Hii iko mbali tutaangusha. Tutaangusha hiyo iko mbali. Iko mbali. Hiyo ng'ombe. Ng'ombe hapo kuna ng'ombe, simba. Hapo hiyo. Simba. Nakula watu. Huyo sungura. Hapo kuna antelope. Hapo kuna deer. Hapo kuna elephant. Hiyo. Pusi. Pusi. Meow. Meow. Pusi ndio hiyo. Pusi. Meow. Haya. Kuna nini? Ostrich. Hiyo ostrich. Hiyo nafanya tu hiyo. Hiyo. Ngoma. Nafanya hiyo. Sasa ninavuta hivi. Basi. Nampenda naweza sana. Jengo lako ni smart. Na hapa kuna red, kuna yellow, kuna blue, kuna navy blue. Mana mama. Mana mano.
Mama.
Niko Manu na mama. Unaenda kwa Manu na mama. Amekuja. 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 Ako huko mbali. Huko kwa nyumba. Ako kwa nyumba. Manu ako huko kwa nyumba. Manu ako huko kwa nyumba.
Bo.
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 Meow. Yani meow. Bo. Bo. Yani Yani skeleton. Skeleton.
Huyo.
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 Yani bo. Yeah.
Bo.
Bo. Meow. Nakunyonga tangawizi. Kaki. Yeah. Inawaka. Inawaka. Nataka kushika. Nataka kushika. Tachoma wewe. Choma wewe.
Huyo.
Huyo. Anakula bubblegum. Anakula bubblegum. Unafanya? Unafanya?
Bo.
Bo. Bo.
Huyo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hiyo. Hiyo inakula watu. Hiyo inakula watu. Nakula watu. Nakula watu. Nakula watu. Ndio kwa mama. Ndio kwa mama. Okay guys, let's continue. Manu. Manu amekuja? Manu amekuja?
No.
Manu. Hiyo. Hii mbaya. Mbaya. Manu amekuja? Manu amekuja? Unaenda kwa Manu? Wait. Sawa. Okay guys, let's continue. Enda kwa mama. Enda kwa mama. Ichoma wewe. Ichoma wewe. Yeah. Mama. Wamekutafuta? Sio, funga tena. Tu ndio wametoka sasa hivi. Okay, wamekuwa wakutafuta. Slide yako moja iko hapa. Nene. Nikutolee line kwa simu yako. Uko na pen? Umefollow kwa nene kwa
sawa.
Umefollow kwa Batsat. Umefollow kwa Batsat. Amesema yeye toka better than that. Yeah. Sijana angesema jana. Kwani alisema basi certificate yake. Alikwambia assessment number. Yeah. Najina wende. Najina wende. We. Jindi we. Jindi we. Jindi we. Ndio we. Ndio we. Ana wende. Jindi we. Ji wewe. Wewe. Mimi ndio wewe ndio ng'ombe. Wewe ndio ndio wewe ndio Ma. Aenda cheze. Toto. Aenda cheze. Aenda cheze. Aenda cheze na Manu. Aenda cheze na Manu. Aenda ambia Manu akuje. Aenda kwa Manu. Aenda kwa Manu. Aenda kwa Manu. Aenda kwa Manu. Aenda cheze kwa mama. Enda ukunywe chai. Enda ukunywe chai. Enda ukunywe chai. Enda ukunywe chai. Ati kuregister line ni free. Kumaanisha job ni poa. Kuregister line ni free. Na customer anaweza kupay bado. Kama customer hajui kuregister line ni free. Replacement ni free. But bado anaweza replace mtu na pesa. Na akiuza line 10, yeye ako na 500. Na ni free. As long as umepata watu 10 wenye wamekubali wape line, hiyo kuna 500. Ndio maana labda wamefungiwa account kwa sababu
hakuna safari kwa sababu si alikuwa mgoma alikuwa ya juzi na mgoma alikuwa hizi safari zote hivi nikiwa hivi nilizungumzia alikuwa bora. Yani ana take all the opportunities zenye inakuja. Unasema wenyewe, if you don't hustle you don't get. If you hustle ndio unatumia akili yako una make it happen. Na ukiangalia tuko wengi hapo ndani but kuna siku mtu ako na ofisi yake hata ashughulikia anafanya shughuli zake. Kuna hiyo ofisi yake ataingia juu na atatumia hiyo opportunity yako vizuri. Hata kama yuko kama ni lakini anapata hata pesa nyingi kuliko kama because ya hiyo kama 25 years hawa ndio wanapigwa juu. Lakini morale inaingia na hata nimeona hivi nikafanya kitu. Wamepita ndio wameenda wakaniona kama kaniweka sote nikimkizana achokae. Lakini ni important because ile inataka hustle. Na vile unakulianga kwa kazi yako. Ile kazi yako ndio inakulipa. So kama uko na kazi unaweza kulisha unatumia vizuri. Kama ni mtu mjishughulishe hapo. Hata kama leo unasema sijui nini unataka kufanya. Jua vile utakulia na hapo ibaike. But if you don't work hard at that thing, hata Ken, niko sure, imagine Ken nilishangaa ni senior marketing officer. Unajua title? But kama tumingi vizuri ya chance hapo tu. Ungekuwa hiyo training hapo. Hivi seminar hapo. Anaweza kupata education na training hapo. Watu kama darasa hapo. Because senior marketing officer ni tunaendelea. Unajua wanatoa masafari na seminar. Ile vita hawezi kupita. Umeingia ndani mpaka kushigeni kila mtu ashakuzoea. Kuna watu mingi kama ya kama tunafanya sana na maliza au ndio tunajika maliza. Nakumbuka ukijani sahii aliondoka na bibi yake. Nikiona kujisia nimeona kujifikiria hivyo. Ameenda karibu na kafaifa na something. Sasa ni gift nazo. Yaani ni globals ajue ndio kazi yake. Kuongea tu afanye mdomo zaruke lakini anajua mpaka jioni ni kama anaweza viatu vikomba. Twende lakini utabofike jioni. Naona nilikuwa naona tu relax. Sijui tunawa sijui nini ile pesa na makikanga hivi. Au sijui nini gift yoyote na hiyo because watu wanang'ang'ana hivi kama samaki kwa watu wanatisha. So ukishazoea kazi yako na ukishike hivi kazi yako inakuwa so sasa most people wanaanza na lazima Unajaribu kuelewa kitu unachopenda na ukipenda lazima ujitolee kwanza kwake. Ulie kidogo. Usipolia hakuna game. Ndio kama hiyo. Yaani lazima ufeel kama inakutest kwanza, alafu sasa ndio aanze kukupea kwambia ndio unanibali hiyo.
Unapima maji, unapima maji.
Unajua nini zote takanapo kusimama hivi laini iko straight. So ukisimama sana kwa aundo. Sunana laini ndio. Usiwe na miti. Unajua kawaida mashindano zote na miti zimeshishona hivi. Kama pekee yake ndio mnaka lakini ushapanga leo hapo chini ndio mimi niko kwa. Na miti ndio zimezidi hai. So unajua na mimi lazima pia balance ila ikimvuta side yake because kama ikimvuta hivi na anafanya ukipita na hapo juu. Hakuna kitu rahisi kwa hiyo. Na lazima hiyo ndio kazi yako. Usipoleta news, unajua kama ripoti ni kukusaidia news. Ndio maana ndio kwa watu isikia tu news yote ni because kila mtu ako nasoma kwa ndio because kwa sasa tunataka kwa sasa na hauko na hiyo sasa nataka kukuona na hiyo sasa nataka kama 1 2 3 leo sasa nakwambia 2 minutes make sure you 2 minutes so leo anapiga kwa neno la kwa ndio kwa kamera
Kwa Bloom.
Na director anataka exactly sema na anataka hizo ni sasa ndio so usipomuuliza hivyo wanakuwa naweka mbele so kuna siku nakwambia exactly 1 minute so concentration yako inakuwa kufanya anything by 1 minute before unamaliza. Alafu inapangwa kwanza interview. Okay. Niliona mpaka nikawa. Mwingine kwanza hapo alikuwa anaenda kwa alafu sasa anaenda hivyo na jamii kwa lazima. Lakini sasa fake because sasa kamera inakuangalia wameshughulika hivi, kuna mmoja amemulika hivi kamera na hii ni live. Unajua kama hizo video zinapanga edited, wanatoa parts mbalimbali hapo na kuachia ile mzuri. Hiyo vituko inafanyika hapo. Baki kadem jani ati. Nilishoka nikasema kwani kuna kasoro rahisi. Hakuna boss kudanganya tuone kuna kitu mtu anaendelea kwa live bado. Nothing comes easy. Kufanya mlingati lazima utahaswa. Sasa ikiwa kwa unaweza vitatu utahaswa. Yaani sio ndio ya maisha. Ambayo has to to it. Hiyo ni mambo aliyoka hivyo. Kuna mtu anaweza ambayo has to say that's the bias. Isipokuwa na uwezi kushika kwa unataka kwa hiyo.
Kama ukuwe mwezi si rahisi. Juu kishiko ni moto.
Tena utakuwa unashtuka because unaweza fika kwa hiyo unaona kama unafika alafu inaharibika. Unaacha kwa ndio mwende mtao chini kujifanya ndio kama hivi tena hivi.
Sema hakuna kazi rahisi. Ndio maana nimefika 3000 hours na bado hakuna monetization bado. Wajana saizi ingekuwa ni hivyo easy. Saizi ningekuwa nishaletewa hiyo kitu ya monetization. So ukifikia 3000 na umefikia 1000 subscribers na letewa hiyo kitu ya monetization.
Hii mfano nimeweka hapa. Hii tena ikipotea ni shida nyingine. Hii ndio results ya leo. Nilikuwa nimeweka hapo lakini sijui kwa nini. Itapotea kama KFC. Unajua KFC hana. Ndio KFC lazima uende na ile. Hii sio KFC yake. So what is it? Ndio nilishapata napeleka shule nitoke. Natoka hiyo shule nikikuja. Nishatumiwa ndio hiyo niko napeleka tu saa hii alafu nikuje hivyo. Hata sina hiyo tena by 10 minutes tutakuwa kama 5. Ndio niko naenda hivyo shule, hiyo si ni 5 minutes.
Na umechukua line? Umechukua hiyo line?
Haya, wacha nikaa.
Na wape simu moja? Na mama anakuja tu sasa kwa wapea. Si akishatoka kwa shara na wapea. Haitakuwa dakika mingi. Ni dakika kidogo tu. Dakika kidogo tu. Guys, let's continue. Fighting bad breath. Bad breath or halitosis is due to the presence of sulfurated substance in the air exhaled through the nose or mouth. The most important part of fighting bad breath is identifying its cause. This can be found in both local infections of the mouth, throat, or paranasal sinuses. sinusitis, and in disorders of the bronchi, stomach, or even the bowel. That's constipation. It is always a good idea to see the dentist for the correction of any issue with the mouth or teeth. Home remedies for bad breath. When a clear cause cannot be found, these remedies are helpful. Be meticulous about oral hygiene with brushing and flossing, especially before going to bed. Brush the tongue from front to back with a toothbrush, preferably before going to bed. Brushing eliminates traces of food and bacteria. Brush the tongue from front to back with a toothbrush, preferably before going to bed. Brushing eliminates traces of food and bacteria. Do mouth rinses with oral antiseptics. A good antiseptic rinse can be made by adding 3 to 4 drops of essential sage oil, Salvia officinalis, essential tea tree oil, essential common thyme oil to a glass of water. Drink enough water to keep well hydrated and to produce enough saliva. Mild dehydration, such as what occurs when sleeping, can cause halitosis, as it reduces the flow of saliva. When there is little saliva, there is a greater tendency toward bad breath. Avoid eating garlic or onion. Avoid constipation. Eliminate tobacco use, coffee and alcohol beverages. Put some drops of lemon onto the tongue several times per day in order to increase saliva production. Suck on chlorophyll tablets or chew parsley leaves. Chew on fennel or anise leaves. Suck on a piece of ginger root. Suck on a clove or oral antiseptic and anti-inflammatory herb. Those are the uses of fighting. When you want to fight bad breath, today I'm yawning so much. I'm tired early in the morning. I should not be tired as such. In the morning, I should not be tired as such. Manu, lete hiyo earphone. Lete hiyo earphone. Sasa kesho mtaenda shule? Nani amepona kesho aende shule? Nani amepona kesho aende shule? Unajua wenzenu wanasoma ama mjui? Mtaanguka mtihani? Mtaanguka mtihani? Kama sikia wenzenu wanasoma. Mimi naona nyinyi mnaogopa shule. Naona tu nyinyi mnaogopa, lakini Zawadi naye alikuwa mgonjwa. Manu pia alikuwa mgonjwa. Yoni pia alikuwa mgonjwa. But kama mmepona, nafaa mwende kwa shule. Ni ya mama lakini wacha nimweke. Because najua Zawadi atachukua. Najua Zawadi anapenda pesa. So guys, Sorry for that, my microphone is dead. I was saying that when we want to care for the throat, the mucosa lining, the inside of the throat, is especially sensitive to cold, whether from the environment, inhaled air, or swallowed drinks. A scratchy throat, cough, and voice changes are signs that the throat is not being properly cared for. Breathe through the nose. The nostrils are anatomically equipped to receive cold air, thanks to the chambers and spongy mucosa inside the nasal passages. Air inhaled through the nose is warmed, moistened, and filtered of impurities. However, the throat does not have defenses against cold air and cannot heat, filter, or moisten the air entering it. For this reason, mouth breathing affects the throat mucosa, making it dry and irritated. You see? So we should practice breathing through the nose. Use a room humidifier, warm dry air, such as the air that is breathed in a heated bedroom. Causes the throat mucosa to become dry. A room humidifier helps soothe the throat, especially in winter. After hours, windows should be opened for a few minutes for ventilation. Breathe fresh air. Contaminated air and tobacco smoke, in particular, irritate the delicate mucosa lining. Far away from contamination prevent throat conditions. Do not smoke. Contrary to what some smokers think, tobacco smoke does not strengthen the throat or the lungs whatsoever. In fact, it causes chronic irritation and inflammation of the mucosa, promoting infection and cancer. Keep feet warm. Having cold feet predisposes the throat to infections due to a reflex mechanism that causes vasoconstriction in the throat and nose. To take care of the throat, having cold feet must be avoided, especially in winter time. Avoid very cold drinks. Cold is a big enemy of the throat. On a way, hot day, an overly cold drink can represent an attack on the delicate mucosa of the pharynx. So when you have difficulty breathing or swallowing, you should see the doctor. Dysphonia lasting more than 1 week, you should see the doctor. Persistent dry cough lasting more than 1 week, you should see the doctor. Streaks of blood in saliva or mucus, you should see the doctor. And persistent bulge in the throat, you should see the doctor. Along with the opposable timbre, the ability to produce the voice and speak is one of the characteristics most specific to humankind. Although the voice is produced in a part of the throat called the larynx, it must be controlled by the brain in order to result in speech. Without control from the brain, the larynx is like a musical instrument without a musician. So, causes of dysphonia. Dysphonia is a condition that affects the normal characteristics of the voice. Dysphonia can be manifest as hoarseness, softness, cracking, or complete absence of the voice. If dysphonia persists for more than 1 week, physician specializing in the otolaryngology should be consulted. So natural treatments for the throat, increasing temperature foot bath. An increasing temperature foot bath has a stronger decongestive effect for the throat than the typical foot bath. You see, you take a warm bowl of water, you place your legs, yeah, for some 15 to 20 minutes. The stimulus produced by the hot water on the feet triggers a nerve reflex that relieves throat inflammation and congestion. You see? Gargling clears the throat of mucus, germs, and remains of dead cells due to yeast infection. Plain warm gargling is effective enough for a stronger effect. One of the following liquids can be used, always warm. Water with lemon juice. Optional to add honey, but not for children under a year old. Water with salt, ginger infusion, common agrimony infusion, aromatic herbal infusion. Liquid temperature, lukewarm or warm, about 5 minutes. Spit liquid out without swallowing. So you gargle and you spit out without swallowing. Warm compress on the throat. Heat applied to the skin causes dilation of superficial blood vessels. This way, throat and laryngeal congestion are relieved. Steam inhalation. Moisture is essential to keeping the throat mucosa in good condition. The combination of moisture and heat is especially beneficial for throat irritation. So that's it for the throat. That's it for the throat. Let's look at something else. Let's look at the voice. The voice is a reflection of the personality, and its tone identifies each human being. When hearing somebody speak, one can learn about their mood, happiness and sadness, trust and worry, pleasure and pain can all be identified depending on the tone of the voice. Taking care of our voices is worthwhile, as it can be used to benefit others. Maintain proper posture in order for the voice to be produced with clarity without fatiguing the throat. The neck must be extended and the chest must be kept erect. Okay, use the diaphragm and abdominal muscles when needing to raise voice intensity using the throat alone should be avoided because it causes local cord fatigue. To increase voice power, flex the diaphragm by pushing out the belly like this. You say you push up the belly like babies do when they cry. Singers, teachers, and conference speakers must learn to speak with their bellies in order to completely fill their lungs with air and thereby sustain voice performance. Breathe deeply. Teachers, professors, conference speakers, singers, and anyone who uses their voice extensively need to learn to breathe deeply like that. This facilitates voice production and alleviates stress on the vocal cords. Practice abdominal breathing in order to fill the lungs with air. It is just as important as to fill the chest as it is to flex the diaphragm downward. To achieve this, the belly must be pressed outward. You see? Do not strain the voice. Avoid speaking in noisy places, as this causes a tendency to strain the voice without realizing it. Speak softly when noticing a hoarse or fatigued voice. Consider using a microphone with a sound amplification system. Some are portable, yeah, like this. Watch out for air conditioning. The drastic change in temperature occurring when coming into a cold place from a hot outside environment can be a cause of aphonia. The cold air entering the throat causes vasoconstriction in the vocal cords, including decreased blood flow and stiffnesses. So that is it for the voice today. Drink plenty of water. If I may add something, drink plenty of water. It is well known that drinking water clears the voice. This is not only due to rinsing mechanism of secretion produced by drinking, but also because when the vocal cord mucosa is well hydrated, they vibrate better. Uh, Drink warm infusion. When the voice is fatigued, A warm infusion of medicinal herbs improves blood flow to the larynx and contributes to clearing the voice. These are some of the recommended herbs: hedge mustard, licorice, oregano, and chamomile. Drink carrot juice due to its high beta carotene content that converts to vitamin A. Carrot juice contributes to reinforcing the mucosa of the vocal cords and strengthening the voice. Limit certain products. Singers and speakers know that drinking alcohol beverages or eating certain foods reduces voice quality. Some products and foods most affecting the voice are alcohol beverages, cold drinks, coffee, milk, ice cream, and spicy condiments. We should keep general throat care in mind. Breathe through the nose. Use a room humidifier. Breathe fresh air. Do not smoke and keep feet warm. Yeah. We should keep our feet warm always. Use natural treatments for the throat, increasing temperature foot baths, gargling warm compresses on the throat, and steam inhalation are very effective for improving and preserving the voice. Consult a specialist if voice fatigue or weakness continues. A laryngeal should be consulted. So we have found out that we should avoid alcohol beverages and cold drinks, coffee. We should limit milk. We should limit ice cream and spicy condiments, you see, for a better voice, especially for the singers, the musicians, and the speakers, you see. Okay, let's look at the neck. The neck strength and resistance are surprising, yet so is its flexibility. The cervical vertebra are not in straight alignment like a column. They have a curvature called lordosis. This supports the weight of the head better than if they were simply stacked atop each other. Many consider this natural neck curvature as evidence of intelligent design. You see? That is the neck. That is the neck. The neck needs this curve, and when it disappears due to the muscle stiffness that goes along with stress, pain, and discomfort, ensure a healthy neck is both strong and flexible. And can painlessly perform wide variety of movements. The neck has functions. Supports the weight of the head, allows the head to move like this. A passageway for arteries and veins feeding the head and neck, for lymph vessels, for the trachea, which carries air to the lungs, for the esophagus, which carries food to the stomach, and for the spinal cord, which connects the brain to the rest of the body. Physical protection for the spinal cord passing through the vertebra together with the brain. The spinal cord is part of the nervous system. Numerous motor and sensory nerves extend out from it. In addition to all this, the neck is anatomic My microphone again went off. Okay, like I was saying, my microphone again went off. Let me switch it. Yeah, like I was saying, like I was saying, we were gifted with the free will, and we should properly use the free will. And the example I always give is that even Jesus himself had to choose, had to exercise the free will. Yeah, every humankind, every being was given a free will. We are not robots, and we should use the free will to our advantage. You see, so we should not use the free will to our destruction. It's only two ways. You destroy yourself or you make yourself to be better. I've seen so many people from so many backgrounds. They were not okay, but they made their mind to become better, and right now they are very different. They have they have they are different from what they used to be. It's because of the decision they made. Yeah, so there's nothing hard. It's only the heart, and when we have our hearts on something, we should put our focus on it, and it always bears good fruit. So our health should be our number two priority from God. You see, so I can tell you for free that it's something that we can never avoid. It's something that we can never do without. You see, it's something that we can never avoid. It's something that we can never do without. That's why it's an important subject to get hold. You see, because God will always exist, and God is always there, and God will never be ignored, and God will exist for eternity. So the best decision we can do, we cannot avoid it. We cannot just do without it. It will always exist, and it will always be there. So the best thing is to handle it, and to get our position right with it, because it will always be there. So the same way with health, it will always be with us. You see, it will always be with us until the last day. It will always be with us. So it's better we take care of it. So when you hear something, you take care of it. When you have a problem, you take care of it. You handle it. Okay. Let's look at something else before I end my live. Just for 10 minutes. Let's look at the foods that fight depression. I've not looked at depression for a while. Let's just refresh our minds with the foods that fight depression. Depression is associated with a low level of folate in the bloodstream. The Mediterranean diet, rich in vegetables, legumes, and nuts, provides large amounts of folate to fight depression. The Mediterranean diet, a study by the University of Las Palmas de Gran. Okay. A raw vegetable salad to which a handful of nuts and a tablespoon of wheat germ can be added should be a part of meals every day for people who want to beat depression. Folic acid and folates, folic acid and folates is and folic acids and its salts, known as folates, are vitamins that are essential for nervous system. Together, they are called folacin or vitamin B. Historically, B group vitamins have been considered important in the prevention and treatment of depression. However, recent studies have shown that the B vitamin that most influences depression is especially B or folacin, made up of folic acid and folates. So, bloodstream is associated with depression. A diet rich in folates or folate supplements contributes to the treatment of depression. Currently, the lack of folates or vitamin B is one of the most common deficiencies in industrialized nations. It is not surprising that, therefore, depression is becoming more common. The lack of folates in women who are going to become pregnant causes spina bifida and other nervous system deformities in the fetus, which have permanent effects on our children. So, foods that are rich in folic acids and folates are lentils, beans, white jam, spinach, and broccoli, lima beans, asparagus, lettuce, walnuts, avocados, eggs, and oranges. You see? So, when you are going through depression, those are the foods that you should take care of, and they are commonly available in our markets, like avocados. You can eat it raw like that. You can slice it and put it, mix it with food. Beans, you can choose a type of bean. If you have ulcers, you should not eat beans with a lot of acid. There are beans with like green beans. You see, no, yellow beans. Yeah, yellow beans. They're okay. Lima beans. You can use lima beans when you are going through depression and you have ulcers. Okay, you can use eggs for depression. Walnuts are important and good. And then spinach. Spinach is very good, very, very, very much good, and very okay. Oranges are good for depression. Oh, so if you have anyone who goes through depression, those are the foods to eat. So, guys, thank you so much for being with me today. Today, I had so much to do yesterday, and I was super tired. I was very, very tired yesterday. So I did not come live at my usual time. I have slept. That's why I'm live this hour. My wish is that I reach the 4,000 watch hours this month. My wish is that I get enough support for monetization. So if by the grace of God, if I'll manage to do it this month, I'll be grateful, because it's my passion. I really want to do. I really want to become a YouTuber, but without the proper support, I'm not financially stable. So I must go out, fend for my family. You see, like for me, I have I have 5 kids. Yeah, I have 5 kids. So they must go to school. They must school. I must put a shade over their heads. They must wear clothes, uniforms, you see, medication, you see. So my my work right now cannot I cannot be I cannot be strictly on YouTube 24 hours, because of those things. I must work, and I must work hard for them. Like God say that we must fight, we must do it. Nothing comes easy. But initially, okay, basically, my wish is that I become a content creator. You see, that's my wish. I become a content creator, a YouTuber, because I believe that I can make really good content. By the way, I can make really good content given time and space. Uh, I can be an actor. I can be a creator, a good creator. So I know for a fact that when I finally get monetized and I get some financial stability and freedom, I can step out now as a content creator and do it like a full-time job, to support my family and to support other creators. You see, I can be an example of a creator who started from nothing. You see, and made it. I'm also doing this for my kids. I want them to become one or two of them, or all of them become creators. You see. So I'm also doing this to show them that it's possible, that there's a way out. There's a way out. It's not necessarily that uh, one must success through books. You see, like in Kenya right now, there's a problem in employment. Yeah, for you to be employed in Kenya, it needs for you to be employed in Kenya, we go so much, we go so much hustle, you see. We really we really hustle to be just to get employed in Kenya. We really hustle to get employed in Kenya, you see. So I'm also showing them the way that there's another way, because I won't be here for forever for them. At some point, they'll have to fend fend for themselves. They'll grow up. So I'm training them early so that by the time they finish school, they have something to do uh, beside getting employed, because employment enough is not in Kenya. You can be employed but still suffer. You see. So I'm just giving my kids another option. I have 4 girls and 1 boy. So I'm giving them an option, another option to survive. You see, in life, but because in life we must hustle, we must survive. We are already here, and there's no other way. You see, there's no other way. So when you don't have another option in life, when the option you thought that is right bounces, you find yourself in caught in between the walls. You see, so you end up doing some shitty deals. Like for me, my girls, I don't want even to think about them being in streets. You see, doing some kind of bad shit like prostitution. Because me, I'm saved, so I'm doing this to show them that there's a way. When they grow up, they'll even if I will not be here anymore, they'll be recalling these events and thinking back that our dad used to do this. Yeah, so we can try this. Yeah, you see. So that's why I'm here, basically. One is to be able to get monetized, and when I get monetized, I now focus on content creation, because I feel it inside me. I feel it that I can be a good content creator. You see, if you look at my channel, if you look at this channel, I've it have it have a mix of content. You see, it has a mix of content. It's diverse. You see, so if you look at closely, it just shows that I can be a documentary. I can do documentary very well. You see, I can do comedy. I can be a comedian. You see, I can do I can I can do I can be an instructor, the gym stuff. You see, yeah, I can be an educator. You see, uh, I can be a grow host. You see, I can make channels like I can encourage people to create channels. In fact, right now, those who have just created their channels through my idea are like 50. I can say 50 channels were created because I encouraged them to create the channels. Yet I wasn't being monetized, but I told them, yeah, create a YouTube channel, do this, post like this, you see, off the channels, yeah. So that's what nini baba. Unasikiaje? Unasikia vibaya? Sasa leta ile dawa. Ushakunywa chai? Ashapika chai? Leta ya citizen. Yeah. Leta na hiyo ingine. Hiyo ya ikoko. Hiyo. Hiyo. Akuja. Okay. 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 Kita maji hapo umeze sasa. Tumia jug au kuna kikombe hapo? Tumia kombe. Tumia tu hiyo ni chai. Ilikuwa chai. Maji kwa jerika nyingine. Meza alafu ende ulala hapo. Pumzika. Meza. Yeah, so what I was saying is that I know for a fact that I can be a content creator, a good content creator, given a chance. So that's the way it is. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. But I cannot leave my work right now because I'm not yet monetized. Mshameza? Lala kidogo. Lala nakuletea chai huko. I cannot leave my hustle right now, become a YouTuber full time because I have to fend for my family. You see? So, and everyone should do the same because nobody knows tomorrow. Yeah, nobody knows tomorrow. Tomorrow can come with its own things that maybe we cannot be able to navigate around. We must face them. So we must be prepared with everything, and we must put all our buttons on, so that in case of anything, we will still survive. Especially when we have families to take care of, we must be alert, like 24/7. You see. So life is just like that. We did not ask our parents to be here. We did not ask God to be here, but it's a blessing to us. We exist, and we are already here. We have families, yeah. Things happen in life that we cannot avoid right now. Some of us really we went to school, but we were not lucky enough to be employed. We were not lucky enough to go to higher educations because of finances. For me, my dad died when I was about I was at class 1. I was about 9 years old when he died. We were 5, 4 boys, 1 girl. Yeah, so we hustled with our mom. My mom was a businesswoman. She was just selling fish at the roadside. So we help her to sell the fish. We survived. We were going to Busia. We were going to Busia. She was going to Busia to bring the fish, and then we remove the scales. We put them inside we choma them like we did all that with her. Sometimes we were staying until late hours. You see, just to survive. We really hustled. You can just imagine 1 woman, 5 kids, 4 boys, 1 girl. Your husband is normal, and this is African culture. When your husband was died, the brothers mostly are so rogue, and they grab the dead man's land. They don't want to see the kids. For example, when you have boys, they can do anything to just even destroy your life. So we had to run from, you see, and we survived there. And that's why I'm here. My mom really hustled. Yeah. So we were not able to pursue further education. Because my 2 younger brothers had to go on with the educations, but for the rest of us, for the 3 of us, we didn't make it. But still, even my brothers who went ahead with their education, the university level, they are jobless. They have not been employed. Yeah. One is volunteering in Mombasa. Another one is just hustling in Nairobi, doing sales. So it's still just like that. So we must be alert every time, so that whatever thing that comes our way, we grab it, and we see how we can just make the life, because life is not easy. Yeah, life is not easy. Life is not easy. So giving up is the worst thing anyone can do. You see, giving up is the worst thing anyone can do. There's nothing that can get you out of it. We should never give up in life. We should never give up in life. You see, so many people are suffering, my friend. So many people are suffering. Even where I am, so many people are really suffering. Someone can't even afford a bread. You see, so many people are suffering. So when you are blessed, just thank God and thank your stars. So many people are suffering. If you are able to take your child to school, if you are able to give your child a proper care, just thank God and thank your stars, because it's a blessing that you are like that. So many people, dozens, millions of people are suffering, especially in Africa, where corruption is at high rates. So many people are really suffering. When you go to the villages, some even don't have meals. You see, so many people are suffering. So when you're privileged to help someone, do so, because I'm telling you for free. If you are rich, you are blessed, and you are one of the few that really God has shown mercy. So when you want to bless someone, don't hesitate. You just bless it, because it's a good thing. They say that just do good to someone without asking anything in return. Just be good to someone. Yeah, you can just be good to someone. When God blesses you, you just be good to someone, just like that. Because for real, some people are really suffering. Sometimes I count myself lucky that I can even sit here and talk like this, because there are some that even can't afford a phone. You see, they can't even afford a meal. You cannot sit here and you have not taken anything. You see, you have not eaten anything, because even sitting here and speaking, I must have been taken something to give me the energy. You see, so I always say that it's a blessing that I'm in this position, that I can express myself, and it's a blessing. So when I'll be monetized, my focus will be that I grow my channel in a way that it will be able to finance my to give me financial freedom first, and then I set another YouTube channel for Grow Host, and then I start the third YouTube channel now for my kids. You see, yeah, that's my plan. But first, we are focusing on these channels for it to get for it to be monetized, so that at least we can be somewhere financially. Because my job right now needs to. I'm doing a field work. So at that, okay, let's look at the 10 minutes that's remaining. Let's talk about diet and aggressive behavior. There are solid signs that certain foods products in the Western diet associated with a lack of vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids promote violent behaviors. You see, even foods promote violent behavior, so we should be keen. The relationship between diet and temper or behavior has been a controversial topic among scientists for centuries, even though it is clearly true according to conventional wisdom. Only in the last few decades have there been studies published that shows an objective relationship between what people are and what they eat. You see, one of the first steps in confirming that certain foods can promote violent behavior was taken at the Wales Swansea University, United Kingdom. There, it was shown that elimination diets in which certain suspect products are omitted reduce aggressiveness. You see, as explained, the previous unit among the suspicion products that can promote hyperactivity, and even violent behavior, the following stand out. Certain artificial additives, primary food colorings, industrially processed foods, refined sugars, and meats. If the elimination of a product from the diet is capable of reducing a person's aggressiveness in the relationship between diet and violence, is confirmed. Although more research is still needed, what is already known will be enough to at least help stop the increase of violence and aggressiveness in the world, you see. So hypoglycemia. Studies by the University of Helsinki shows that aggressive people are more tolerant to glucose and suffer reactive hypoglycemia after eating sugars. In addition, they have lower serotonin levels in the brain. Both conditions are favored by the consumption of alcoholic beverages. Hypoglycemia or low blood glucose level can present itself as a reaction after eating foods high in refined sugars and low in fiber, such as sweets, cakes, and candies. It has been seen that certain people are more susceptible to the increase in glucose level caused by sweet products, and they react with a sharper decrease. These fluctuations in the blood glucose level promote aggressive behavior. According to these studies, people who have a tendency toward aggressiveness or violent behavior should avoid especially the combination of refined sugars and alcohol, increase foods rich in tryptophan in the diet, as it is a precursor to serotonin. Okay, lack of vitamins and minerals. One of the most revealing studies was done by Oxford University with jail inmates in the United Kingdom. They were given vitamin, mineral, and essential fatty acids supplements for at least 2 weeks and committed 35% fewer infractions or crimes than other prison inmates. Researchers of the study concluded that a diet that lacks vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids, uh, such as fast food, promotes antisocial and violent behavior. Another study done by the California State University, United States, with young people from 13 to 26 years of age who are in correctional facilities confirms that a balanced diet in accordance with recommendations of the WHO and rich in vitamins and minerals reduces the number of cases of antisocial behavior by half. Lack of essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids are fats that the body cannot produce from other fats, and because of that, they must be taken in with the diet. These essential fats are needed to form neuron membranes. Two types of essential fatty acids are known, both of which are poly and saturated, you see. Omega-3 fatty acids, the most important is the most important is alpha linoleic acid, known by initials ALA. Part of the ALA consumed turns to EPA, omega-3 fatty acids, and DHA, which are necessary for brain development and are present in fish oil. We see flax seeds are good in fatty acid. Walnuts and other nuts, soy, protein extracts, certain leafy vegetables such as corn, salad, and matcha, and breast milk. Okay. So we should avoid meat because they say that meats are promoting aggressiveness. Meat eating involves cruel violence against animals. Could there be a link between increased meat consumption and the increase of social violence? Although there is evidence linking frequent meat consumption with behavior disturbances and particularly with aggressiveness, scientific research is needed in order to confirm it. However, seeing the growing violence in so-called developed societies, which affects children, students, couples, and adults, and even animals, one must wonder if it could be associated with an increase in meat consumption, in addition to what is already known about alcohol consumption and use of other drugs. Of course, violence has always existed, but what is interesting is that it increases precisely when it is unexpected within well-educated societies with all needs seemingly met. One of the principles of epidemiology says that coincidence coincidence does not necessarily indicate causation. This is the fact that there is a parallel in the increase of meat consumption and violence. This does not necessarily indicate that one causes the other, but in any case, this association proposes an interesting working hypothesis still awaiting exploration by science. Yeah. So we should avoid meat, though it's not well proven yet, but we should avoid it as per now because they say that those are the cities and the countries where meat is where every need is available. Then is to violence is high in the area, so we should avoid. So we should eat foods and fruits that bring peace and to eliminate alcohol. Alcohol beverages such as beer, wine, and spirits are the primary cause of violent behavior worldwide. So we should decrease or eliminate alcohol using. Okay, we should eat refined sugars. Eating refined sugars causes drastic fluctuation in blood glucose. Okay, we should not eat refined sugars. Yes, sir. We should reduce it. Neurons are very sensitive to decreasing in blood glucose levels. Additives, huh? Additives, huh? Eating certain additives, especially artificial colorings, can set off hyperactivity and even violent behavior. So additives is not encouraged. Fast food and processed food, these tend to be low in vitamins, minerals, and polyunsaturated fatty acids, such as those found in walnuts. So processed foods, we should eat less, or yeah, we should reduce it. Stimulants, cocaine to a lesser degree, caffeine, and stimulants that are alter alter the release of neurotransmitters between neurons and disturb the delicate chemical balance in the brain, which is responsible for mental and emotional stability. Okay, we should increase walnuts. These are rich in tryptophan. We should increase other nuts, seeds. They are all rich in polyunsaturated. We should increase all grains, thanks to being rich in fiber. The digestion of the starch in grains releases glucose slowly, which prevents drastic fluctuations in blood levels, in which are necessary for neural stability. Fruits and vegetables, good sources of vitamins and minerals, which, when lacking, promote violent behaviors. Kindly, if you may give me 5 minutes, I'll be back. Let me go do something. Thank you so much. Ushameza dawa? Thank you so much, guys. I'll end my live at that point. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I
The
appreciate
shape
it.
of the human eye is approximately that of a sphere with a 24 millimeter diameter. Concentrated within it is the greatest anatomy complexity of our entire body due to the smallness and precision of its structures. Although it could be compared to a photography device because of the functions it carries out, the eye is much more than that. It is the location of one of the great miracles of life, sight. The extraordinary complexity of the eye is one of the greatest arguments against the theory of evolution. More excellent in their own right than other sensory organs, which are nothing more than a differentiation of the epidermis. Our eyes are an extension of the brain. Due to the current deterioration of the ozone layer of the stratosphere, more and more invisible ultraviolet light is reaching us along with solar radiation. These ways promote the development of cataracts and retinal damage. Among others, sunglasses protect the eyes against excessive solar radiation and the wind. Look off into the distance once in a while. They say that sailors have beautiful eyes because they spend so many hours looking off into the distance. Reading or looking close up for too long should be avoided, especially in low lighting conditions. Hands tend to carry a number of bacteria and other germs that, when they come into contact with the eyes, can cause conjunctivitis and other serious infections, such as trachoma.
Don't you like my live?
Avoid eye irritants. Avoid wind, smoke, dust, volatile chemical substance and pollen from certain trees and plants in springtime. Use flat screen monitors whenever possible. Avoid screen glare. Get as far away from the monitor as possible, and lastly, adjust the monitor to below eye level for a more comfortable visual angle. Just like any high-tech precision machine, the eyes require a regular maintenance plan over the entire lifetime. Blink your eyes often. With each blink, the eyes are cleansed and refreshed, thanks to the secretion of tears that continually bathe their surface. Get enough sleep. During sleep, the retinal pigments necessary for vision regenerate, thereby recovering from the day's wear and tear. A lack of sleep exhausts the retina's visual capacity and causes redness and irritation of the conjunctive membrane that covers the anterior pole of the eye. A diet rich in antioxidants. The eyes are very sensitive to the oxidation produced by free radicals. Cataracts, macular degeneration of the retina, and other significant causes of vision loss are a result of an excess of free radicals. A diet rich in antioxidant fruits and vegetables neutralizes free radicals and protects the delicate structures of the eye that allow vision. Be careful with lightning. The light from a non-electronic fluorescent tubes also oscillates, turning on and off continually 50 or 60 times per second. That is the reason they cause eye fatigue than incandescent or halogen lamps, which give off a constant light. Avoid tobacco and alcohol because it irritates the eyes. Smoking habits damages the eyes more and more as it reduces blood flow to the retina, increases the level of free radicals that damage the lens and the retina, and finally decrease all loss of vision. What we do not see can blind us. Ultraviolet radiation is not visible to the eyes, but in excess eye damage and decreased vision. The eyes are designed to receive light, and in a specific way from the sun. In addition, they need light to continue to function and not become atrophied. Not only the eyes, but our entire body and all of nature require light from the sun. A little light is necessary, but a lot will damage the eyes. The planet Earth has the optimal conditions for the development of life as we know it. Therefore, any small variation in the physical condition that surround us, including the intensity and type of radiation received, can make life impossible. The human mind infers naturally that this planet has been designed intelligently to sustain life, and especially humankind. That is what is stated in the anthropic principle, which has been studied extensively by science. These are the damage caused by excessive solar radiation to the eyes. On the eyelids, basal cell carcinoma, a type of skin cancer. On the cornea absorbs a good part of the ultraviolet radiation that reaches the eye. It has been shown that high intensities of UVC and UVB rays trigger the production of interleukin in the cornea, a substance that causes inflammation, promoting these disorders, photokeratitis, pterygium, also known as growth on the eye. It is an abnormal growth on the conjunctiva, similar to a scar, that eventually covers the cornea. On the lens there is cataracts. Cloudiness of the lens, more common with age. It is currently the most significant cause of blindness in the world. Before we continue, kindly like and subscribe. Thank you. Water is very beneficial for the eyes, whether used for rinses or baths. Vegetables, foods such as cucumbers, applied directly over the eyelids are also beneficial. The eye rinse is basic hygiene. It is very recommended for conjunctivitis and other infections. It is one of the easiest treatments to administer to children. Apply the water with a sterile, if possible, syringe, allowing it to flow. The shape of the human eye is approximately that of a sphere with a 24mm diameter. Concentrated within it is the greatest anatomy complexity of our entire body due to the smallness and precision of its structures. Although it could be compared to a photography device because of the functions it carries out, the eye is much more than that. It is the location of one of the great miracles of life, sight. The extraordinary complexity of the eye is one of the greatest arguments against the theory of evolution. More excellent in their own right than other sensory organs, which are nothing more than a differentiation of the epidermis. Our eyes are an extension of the brain. Due to the current deterioration of the ozone layer of the stratosphere, more and more invisible ultraviolet light is reaching us along with solar radiation. These ways promote the development of cataracts and retinal damage, among others. Sunglasses protect the eyes against excessive solar radiation and the wind. Look off into the distance once in a while. They say that sailors have beautiful eyes because they spend so many hours looking off into the distance. Reading or looking close up for too long should be avoided, especially in low lighting conditions. Hands tend to carry a number of bacteria and other germs that, when they come into contact with the eyes, can cause conjunctivitis and other serious infections, such as trachoma. Avoid eye irritants. Avoid wind, smoke, dust, volatile chemical substance and pollen from certain trees and plants in springtime. Use flat screen monitors whenever possible. Avoid screen glare. Get as far away from the monitor as possible, and lastly, adjust the monitor to below eye level for a more comfortable visual angle. Just like any high-tech precision machine, the eyes require a regular maintenance plan over the entire lifetime. Blink your eyes often.
I climb every mountain and swim every ocean.
Mumps is a viral infection from the paramyxovirus. Symptom theme. Treatment involves rest, fluids, and pain relief.
Watch this video. Bien mieux qu'être mal accompagné, pas vrai? Où est ton papa? Bien mieux qu'être mal accompagné, pas vrai? Où est ton papa? Sacré papa, dis-moi où es-tu caché? Bien mieux qu'être mal accompagné, pas vrai? Où est ton papa? Dis-moi. Sacré papa, dis-moi. Sacré papa.
Niye salama na mzima.
somewhere, I'll keep both of you. Nonsense. Why?
Business.
This is my flat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up. Shut up.
This is business. I invested the money.
I will kill you.
Hey. What? Business. What do you want?
Your father.
Oh, we are no. What is this boy doing in the house? Emeka?
Ni salama na mzima. That is true. But you are right. That's true.
Erokamano. It's good to be home. Erokamano kung dogo dala. I want to say, I remember Barbara. You remember Barbara? She worked here with me. Her passport is in Cambodia. She said to get a visa to go to Cambodia. And Cambodia went to war with Thailand. And they hadn't sent her passport back. So you only get me today. But it's okay. Okay, now, how many of you women worked with Barbara? Hey. That's important to know. I know when she used to go work in the fields with you, you didn't think she could do it. But she did, didn't she? I'll slow down here. Okay, first off, I want you to see, we did not forget this place. All documents, basically legal documents, we have been working on for years. What happened here was a tragedy. A massive tragedy. And some of you probably don't know, but Barbara and I had to flee in the middle of the night. Because of things that happened in the politics here. And it hurt you. But equally it hurt us. If I had stayed, I wouldn't be here today. Because I would be dead. So coming back, it's been on our minds every day since I left. I think it's important you understand that how important you were to us. And you don't know, Barbara lives in Minnesota, which is... And I lived in Oklahoma. And that is about 1,500 kilometers apart. And 15 kilometers kia kucho. So we didn't see each other, but we talked on the phone. We were hurt. We didn't understand. We never understood how it could happen. We came to do just the right thing. And Satan is a powerful person. And he works through various things. But eventually, God says enough is enough. And he says, they can go to hell. I'm saving my people.
And that's, you prayed there and we prayed at home. And God heard. So we started the process. A couple of years ago, I started the process and was asked to give conditions of my return. And those conditions were presented. And I hope you have seen them. But what it basically says is we come back and you come with us. And there is no land leases. It is title deeds to the community and to us. To get you out from underneath the foot of the politicians. Do you understand? Do you agree? Now I want to tell you, this is a law that's called the Community Land Act. Did anybody tell you about that? My attorneys worked on this law with the government. And they passed it. And it became law about a year ago. And under this law, the Commissioner of Lands gives the land to the community with a title deed. Okay? You like that idea? And then, under that same law, it gives the community the rights to give the land, parcel of it, back to us. Understanding? I never wanted it all back. Do you remember I used to talk about what was called the Community Farm Program? Okay? That's how you prosper. So John Weary spoke to all the people. And they came back and said, we want to give 3,500 hectares to you. The rest of it is ours, and we're happy to do that. That was 35 acres. They also said, we want you to include the lake and the river in your land so you can maintain it. That's very, very important. Have you seen how many times the dikes have broke? Best I know, it's been 5 times. Is that correct? 5? Has it been 5 times? They didn't break when I had them, did they? We kept farming, but we maintained them. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you something. There's some things that were done by the community that really hurt you. Do you remember when I used to say you cannot take the cattle on the dikes? Or across the river? The reason for that is it destroys the dikes and destroys the river. When a cow walks through mud, what happens to its feet? It gets mud all over its feet, is that correct? When you walk through mud, you get that mud between your toes, is that right? That's the same thing that happens with the cattle. So when the cattle would walk through the mud, they would go swim in the river. Not very long ago, was it? We were still working. So that leads us to you. It's good to be home. She worked her passport is in Cambodia. She said to get a visa to go to Cambodia. And Cambodia went to war with Thailand. And they hadn't sent her passport back. So you only get me today. But it's okay. Okay, now, how many of you women worked with Barbara? Hey. That's important to know. I know when she used to go work in the fields with you, you didn't think she could do it. But she did, didn't she? Let's go down here. Okay, first off, I want you to see, we did not forget this place. All documents, basically legal documents, we have been working on for years. What happened here was a tragedy. A massive tragedy. And some of you probably don't know. Barbara and I had to flee in the middle of the night. Because of things that happened in the Philippines. And it hurt you. But equally it hurt us. If I had stayed, I wouldn't be here today. Because I would be dead. So coming back, it's been on our minds every day since I left. I think it's important you understand that how important you were to us. And you don't know, Barbara lives in Minnesota, which is... And I lived in Oklahoma. And that is about 1,500 kilometers apart. And 15 kilometers. So we didn't see each other, but we talked on the phone. We were hurt. We didn't understand. We never understood how it could happen. We came to do just the right thing. Satan is a powerful person. And he works through various things. But eventually, God says enough is enough. And he says, they can go to hell. I am saving my people. And that's, you prayed there and we prayed at home. And God heard. So we started the process. A couple of years ago, I started the process. And was asked to give conditions of my return. And those conditions were presented. And I hope you have seen them. But what it basically says is we come back. And you come with us. And there is no land leases. It is title deeds to the community and to us. Title deed get you out from underneath the foot of the politicians. Do you understand? Do you agree? Now, I want to tell you, this is a law that's called the Community Land Act. Did anybody tell you about that? My attorneys worked on this law with the government. And they passed it. And it became law about a year ago. And under this law, the Commissioner of Lands gives the land to the community with a title deed. Okay? You like that idea? And then, under that same law, it gives the community the rights to give the land, partial of it, back to us. Understanding? I never wanted it all back. Do you remember I used to talk about what was called the Community Farm Program? Okay? That's how you prosper. So John Weary spoke to all the people. And they came back and said, we want to give 3,500 hectares to you. The rest of it is ours, and we're happy to do that. That was 35 acres. They also said, we want you to include the lake and the river in your land so you can maintain it. That's very, very important. Have you seen how many times the dikes have broke? Best I know has been 5 times. Is that correct? 5? Has it been 5 times? They didn't break when I had them, did they? We kept farming, but we maintained them. Okay? Now I'm going to tell you something. There's some things were done by the community that really hurt you. Do you remember when I used to say you cannot take the cattle on the dikes? Or across the river? The reason for that is it destroys the dikes and destroys the river. When a cow walks through mud, what happens to its feet? It gets mud all over its feet. Is that correct? When you walk through mud, you get mud between your toes. Is that right? That's the same thing that happens with the cattle. So when the cattle would walk through the mud, they would go swim in the river. And it would wash the mud off their feet. Is that right? And where did that mud go? It went to the bottom of the river. Thank you very much. This is something that has to happen. In the river, see, I can see this property. All the time I can see this property from the American satellites up in the sky. I can watch and see where the dikes will break and where they're broken. And when you see that, you'll see all the cattle trails coming down to where the dikes are broken. And then you see in the river where all the cattle dams have been built from all their mud. Making sense? And so there's 12 dams in the bottom of the river that have been built by the cattle. And the dikes broke, is that right? Okay, you need someone with a half of a brain to figure that out, okay? All the wise men put together don't have half a brain. Understanding? So we come back, we're going to do this professionally and correct, right? And we're all going to work together, right? Okay, some things you don't know. On the day that I was trying to be killed in my house with it, remember the bulldozer that came to my house? It was going to crush me in the middle of the night? It came. We had to flee in the middle of the night. And where we were going to that day, and this better excited a lot of people. See this thing right here? It's called Memorandum of Understanding between Jomo Kenyatta University and Dominion Farms.
University of Agriculture and Technology, called Dominion Farms.
Okay, we were set to become the Agricultural University of Kenya right here. They came to us and said, "Can we do this with you?" And we said yes. Unfortunately, they tried to kill me that day. The devil works in many ways. Now, I don't know whether we can get this back. But with your help, we need to try. Would you like to have a big university right here? And show them what can be done with the poorest place in the world. Now, John Weary told you a lot of the things we're planning on doing. But I want to tell you about another law that was passed that my attorneys helped write. Okay? And it is the tax laws of Kenya. Under the Income Tax Act. Dated June 24th, June 18th, 2024. Not very long ago, was it? We were still working. So, that leads us to a point. This is going to get a little complicated. But if this doesn't get you excited, nothing will. The provisions of that law, it allows you to set up a new type of company for the operations. So when we operate the new company, there will be two new companies, one for the land, which will be for me, and for Barbara as shareholders.
Wabo bedo kemba Rio, achiel mar puodho, mamano no bed mara kaka Calvin, kod machielo.
But the other will be for all the operations.
To moro ma bo bedo mar chenro duto.
Be that cane, rice,
Kato bed mchele, kato bed tiang,
soybeans,
oganda ma soya beans,
fish,
rech,
everything you can think of that we will do here will be run in the operations company.
gimoro amora duto ma dipar nobed kambi miluongo ni operations company.
And in the operations company, under this law,
To ei operations company kalure kod chikegi,
if we do it just exactly right,
wabo timo yo makare,
and every shilling has to be accounted for.
to gimoro amora nyaka nobed oketi chenro makare.
There is no income tax on it. There is no duty taxes for things we bring in.
Onge gik miboketu tax mabodonjo, mana kaka nitimo gi gandalo cha.
There's no VAT tax.
VAT tax usuri ming'ado e mashinde madonjo ok bi bede.
Instead, with this law,
Kalure gi chikegi,
if we will take that money
ka wakawo pesano
and basically use what's called a PBO.
to wabo tiyo kod gimiluongo ni PBO.
P stands for public.
P ochung' ni public oganda.
You understand what that means? That's you. That's anybody in Kenya.
Ji duto te mane ei Kenya ka.
Benefit. You know what a benefit is?
Ung'e gima benefit en ohala?
Benefit. That's to help people.
Ohala mar konyo ji.
Organization.
Riwruok.
If that is set up, which we're doing, my attorneys are working on it right now.
Ma joga sani tiye gi kunden.
It excludes certain organizations by law.
En chenro moriw kod riwruok kalure kod chik.
And those are trade unions,
Mago gin trade unions kaka kotu,
political parties,
chama mag siasa
and religious organizations.
kod riwruoge duto mag lemo.
So this cannot be set up by a political party, can't be set up by unions, but we all have to work together.
Jogo duto nyaka nwati kodgi kanyakla.
The public benefits,
To yuto kata ohala ma raia boyudo,
where all the profits can go,
to ma ohala go duto bodonje,
and that we agree with,
manyo wayiere kodo duto,
is agriculture, 1,
agriculture, yore mag pur,
2, children,
nyithindo,
all you guys down here on the floor, on the ground,
kaka maneno komako simbe monyuongogi,
Thank
disability,
you guys.
kod
Thank you
jogo
so
man
much for
kod
being
ng'ol
with me.
mopogore
Thank you for
opogore,
being my life.
energy,
Thank you
teko,
so much, guys. Thank you.
education,
somo,
God bless you.
environment and conservation.